We often think of accounting as looking backward, recording history, reporting results. But in today's world, our role is bigger than that. We are being called to shape the future, particularly when it comes to sustainability. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Accountable Impact, where finance function meets sustainability. We often think of accounting as looking backward, recording history, reporting results. But in today's world, our role is bigger than that. We are being called to shape the future, particularly when it comes to sustainability. Let me start with the basics. Sustainability is the idea of meeting today's needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet theirs. It's not just about planting trees or using less plastic. It is about how we balance economic growth, environmental care, and social well-being. When we talk about this from a finance context, it means looking at the long-term impact of our financial decisions. We're not just measuring profit anymore. We are considering how businesses impact the planet and the people too. This is what we often refer to as the triple bottom line: people, planet, profit. Think of it like this. Imagine you are managing a household. If you spend everything now and ignore savings, or waste water and waste electricity, you may be fine today, but your children won't have much to build on tomorrow. That is the same logic businesses and finance teams and leaders need to apply. So why is this important right now? Because the world is facing serious challenges. Climate change events, floods, fires, droughts are all affecting food production and supply chains. We are also seeing rising inequality, which could destabilize economies. And we are facing resource scarcity like water, energy, and materials, which can make operation more costly and unpredictable. All of this are not just humanitarian or environmental issues. They are actually hitting companies' bottom lines, affecting company valuations, and even influencing investment decisions. For example, when floods cause factory shutdowns or heat waves spike energy costs, those are financial risks. Businesses can no longer afford to treat sustainability as only a corporate social responsibility department's job. Investors today want to know, is this company future-proof? Regulators are demanding disclosures. Customers want to support ethical brands. Employees want purpose, not just earning paychecks. Failing to adapt can lead to reputational damage, regulatory fines, and even business closures. On the flip side, companies that embrace sustainability are seeing better performance, increased resilience, stronger stakeholder trust, and higher valuations. But how do we measure sustainability? Just like we have accounting standards, we now have sustainability standards and frameworks. You might have heard of GRI, SASB, and ISSB. They help companies report things like carbon emissions, water and energy use, gender diversity in leadership, even ethical sourcing in supply chains. These metrics are now part of how stakeholders evaluate a company's performance. In fact, many global investors won't even consider a company unless they disclose their ESG metrics. Sustainability is not just about preparing sustainability reports that you publish once a year. It should be built into your daily operations. For example, switching to energy-efficient equipment is not just good for the planet, it also cuts costs. Redesigning packaging, for example, to use less material reduces waste and transport expenses as well. Some companies even embed sustainability into product design, such as using recycled inputs or making products easier to repair. It is a win-win situation. Less waste, more innovation. So the finance function plays a very key role here by analyzing cost-benefit of sustainable investments, tracking the performance and the impact, and helping justify long-term savings over short-term gains. While financial statements can tell you how a company did in the previous year, sustainability reports offer a look at the future. They reflect how resilient and responsible the business is. Today, more companies are using integrated reporting, which is combining financial and ESG information into one report. It helps to show a holistic view of value creation, of risk, and long-term outlook. The finance team's job is to ensure these reports are credible, consistent, and transparent. Sustainability also changes how we engage and communicate with stakeholders. We will not only report to shareholders, we need to engage employees, customers, communities, regulators, suppliers, and even future generations. It's like running a successful nasi lemak stall or even any food stall for that matter. You don't just cook great food or great rice. You need happy customers, good staff, ethical sourcing, and clean operations, of course. Finance teams now help to map and understand stakeholder priorities and help to quantify their impact on value. The world of sustainability is evolving fast. We are seeing Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, and data analytics being used to track emissions and supply chain risks. We are also seeing green and sustainable finance, where bonds, loans, and insurance are linked to sustainability goals. Even climate risk assessments are being included in audits. So we can see now, there is a growing trend where central banks and financial regulators are asking banks and insurers to test how climate change could impact their financial stability. So the future is also about using technology and data to drive accountability. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Companies face real challenges in measuring and reporting sustainability. This includes getting quality and credible sustainability data, avoiding greenwashing, even finding talents with both finance and sustainability skills, and also aligning short-term budgets with long-term goals. For small-medium enterprises especially, the learning curve can be very steep. But we've seen this before. Think back to the times when financial reporting standards were first introduced. It took time, but we adapted. I believe success is achieved with clear intent, purpose, and priorities. CFOs and finance leaders must now lead the change. Also, if sustainability is not part of boardroom discussions, it would not be embedded across the business. So finance is in a powerful position, actually, to be a change agent towards sustainability. We speak the language of numbers. But when we start translating sustainability into risk, returns, and opportunities, we shifted from a nice to have to become a strategic necessity. So what can we do today? First, let's start asking the right questions. Secondly, we build basic sustainability understanding into finance roles. And thirdly, we must collaborate internally and externally. This is definitely not a solo journey. Finance is not just about recording the past anymore. It is also about shaping what comes next. Let us be the bridge between profit and purpose and lead our organizations into a more sustainable future.